What? What are you doing live at this time of day? Well, yesterday it seemed that you guys wanted me to do it, and so I just finished filming a video, and we're gonna edit it together. So to those who are watching the VOD, thank you for watching. And to those, no one's joined yet, so I'd be shocked if someone somehow did. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for 860, 686 subscribers so far, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. I do actually really appreciate it. I'll stop the YouTuber voice, but I do appreciate it. I've been having a lot of fun making this content for you guys, and so you guys want me to go live, I'll go live, but I don't know if we're gonna get into a game today. I only have like 2.5 hours to stream. Probably going to be how long it takes to get the video done, even though it's shorter. I know I'm going to get distracted and start yapping with you guys. Let me find... Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Yeah, today's video is going to be a banger. I'll try not to spoil all of it. Alright. Boom. I'm getting the... Oh, what the heck? I didn't think people were in here already. Usually I wait a little. What's up, guys? I just got the chat open. Alright, what up, Brother Mike? What up, XCYNN? Thank you for joining. What up, ASUS2D? Brother Mike, I'm here. Congrats on the traction you're getting. Thank you very much. 69 subs, nice. Yeah, we only hit 69 subs once, but 669 subs? That's something to cherish. And I'm so happy it's not 666 anymore. I'm watching 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple tonight. It's gonna be wicked. Oh yeah, I want to go see that. Can't wait for 28 decades later. Can't wait for 28 centuries later. W early Overseer Mike stream. Yes sir, we are early today. And I have not finished the video today, if you have not noticed. And so... we will be editing today. So yeah, it's a bit of a shorter video. I think it's something you guys will not be expecting at all. I'll try and not give it away while editing, but you know I love to just leave stuff playing in the background. It's pronounced Sinner. It's pronounced Sinner? Huh? Huh? What does that mean? I'm confused what you mean, my friend. Alright. You know, we'll stay in the vault for... Guess what, guys? There's something really big I have to announce. You just got Chungust. You just got Chungust big time. You guys thought I was gonna expose some secrets? Oh, your username is Sinner? Oh, I can actually see it now. X Sinner. Oh. Oh. Hey, where's that one dude that was looking for my puppies? There's a sneak peek right here. Am I filming? Look, there's shout out that guy. Here's for that guy. He's not in here yet. AI. Before AI. I look disheveled in this first one. Jeez. Sometimes I was looking for a video idea, and then I came to it, and and before I get started, boom. Only a 7-minute video today. It'll probably be like 6 minutes when I'm done with it. You guys are gonna love this video. Sinner. Alright. Jeez. What's up, my fellas? How are you doing today? I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We're gonna be finishing this. Wastelanders, it's Brother Mike, and let's go over what that's gonna be. Oh. Hopefully you guys are excited for today's video. Playthrough, and let's get into the video. Factory building. Uh-oh. That is right. H&H Tool Factory building. And you guys are probably not gonna like this video, to be honest. Am I lightly trolling? They're gonna take over the world. I promise you, I'm telling you, it was him. I'm serious. I was looking forward to seeing that. We'll get into a game soon, my brethren. I'm seeing the views go up and then down. Do you use the H&H tool gun? Have I ever used it? No. I've just never. Right? Like. In the Flemish, it makes. To New Vegas. I'm gonna try and keep this video as innocent as I can, cause I kind of forgot how ecstatic I get in it. I'm screaming at one point. And so, if you guys like this theory video, please let me know down below. And if you disagree with me, you're. Have I ever used the H&H tool gun? Never. Well, the mic is coming into the picture. I am right. I know everything. This is what posting YouTube videos daily about Fallout does to you. Here's to any of you aspiring to. So, if you like to. Please, someone tell him to send me more, please. You guys are gonna see a new side to Brother Mike today. Making these videos and going live for you guys, so I always mess up the endings. Oh, wait. So, actually, I need to do something. So, this year, I'm going to the Fallout fan celebration. And so I'm actually... I'm trying to see how much the VIP ticket is, because I want to have enough so I can get it tonight. We're going to be getting that in the stream tonight, my ticket to the West Virginian Fallout fan celebration. So let's hope this random person that I saw posting it will help. Which, if I would have gotten one earlier, they give you get early access to them, but I don't, so I have to wait till tonight. Brother Mike knows everything. Who knows? Maybe I do. Maybe I'm the one that secretly writes the Fallout show. And with all that beers... Boom. I didn't know that was in here the whole time, but it's okay. Hopefully I don't move outside of it. Oh no, I forgot to put on the actual rookie stuff today. Well, up until last week, I usually took off. Bruh. Turn on Chroma Key. Let me pick the... Okay. Oh my. Should we have the video this way? Me just absolutely freaking out. Oh jeez. It is making everything a little bit creepy. Let's see where... That's good. Well, today's gonna be more of a wild... Where the heck was I doing that at? Oh. Oh, I think that person... Ooh, heck yes. Also, I'm gonna put my shirts up that I have, because I have shirts, but they're all like... they're Fallout shirts. They're not like Brett and Mike merch. They're just like blatant Fallout rip-offs. So, I don't know how to feel about that. How am I looking there? Ah, there we go. That's better. You know what? I don't care. I can just move this. And boom. It encapsulates me now, mostly. One second. Today's stream may be interrupted here and there. Just because... yeah. Usually I make sure to go live and such when I can't get distracted as easily, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, my friends. Oof. We'll feather the edge. All right. Copy etch. Oh, I need to pull up the chat. Paste attributes. Good. Oops, the... Okay, so... I need to do some researching. Oh. The Flemish are just the Dutch? The Flanders? Oh, Wikipedia. What is the Flemish? No wonder he didn't like him. Who likes Dutch people? Shout out to all my Dutch viewers. But if you're Dutch... Get out! No, I'm just kidding. Flemish giant rabbit. This makes this video even better. There's no photos of him. We'll use this new one. Let's see what idiot posted this, actually. I want to see who wrote this article. I want to see the biggest take. Oh, okay, so they did exactly what I did. Gotta respect them for that. Oh my gosh, I have just been ignoring you. Alright, let's read some chats. Okay, Brother Mike knows everything. Magic Mike, what's up? What is up, Swahili? Thank you for joining us today. We're just editing a video right now. I was looking into who the Flemish are. And I'm also trying to get, trying to find out what the, around what the price of a VIP ticket for, what's it called would be. Because, for the Fallout Fan Festival, because that's something I need to know. And I don't. And I also think I have some photos on here that I can upload. Alright, let me... Where is this? So how are all of you doing today? That's my big question. How are all you lovely people doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. My day hasn't been too bad at all. It could be worse, so, you know? You know what they say. It could always be worse. the right. Sorry. Pretty good. I'm gonna start another playthrough of Fallout Magic Mike. Sorry, I had that came in my Fallout Tactics. Is Fallout Tactics good? Is it worth it? Should I try and potentially play it one day? Who knows? Sorry, I'm trying to find something. I messaged someone about this and I thought that this random girl knew what she was talking about. Okay, perfect. Alright. Alright, you guys all have my undivided attention now. So, thank you to all 7 of you watching today. Perfect. This is what I wanted. Perfect. Oh, perfect. It's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, never mind. I love going next. And at this point, I walked away from my terminal while recording. It's not bad. It's just really different. Wait, let me... It's not bad. It's just really different and can be pretty difficult, but it's pretty fun. Like, you can have a ghoul and super mutant allies. I say it's worth a try. Yeah, I want to try all of them eventually. The first one that I will get in... Where is this at? Oh. The first one that I will get into... I don't know, I just took random footage of the Nellis Air Force. Wait, when do I start going whacked? Where did I put it? Sorry. The Vault's automated Diddy systems. Yes, the Vault's automated Diddy systems wanted me to tell them what I wanted. Oof. Macy reveal. And tactics is pretty linear. You go from mission to mission, but there's still a world map to explore. Ah, I see. I like some of the stuff, like how they use super mutants. I feel like that's where the Brotherhood fails, is not using these beasts that can literally serve them indefinitely. That's why the NCR likes them. Boom. Yeah, I do want to go through all of them though. I think eventually, once I have a better stream schedule laid out, which as of right now, I think unless things change, Saturdays and Sundays I can go live. Ooh, it's getting a little chilly in here. I can go live. Oops. At least at night. At the time of night that I do go live. So I'll go live then. So I want to play through the Fallout games eventually. Soon we'll go from 1 to 2 to Fallout Tactics, and isn't there another one in there? But I feel like Fallout Texas. Because, yes, that's why. What in the world? But would you guys like that? Me go through the Fallout games? I have a feeling the first two may be hard to stream, but I'll still do it. Just cause, at least from what I've seen there, or, well, from trying to play one, oh my lord. Trying to play one is extremely rough. Okay, so perfecto. Oh. What the Sigma? Perfect. All my attention is for you. Yes, every single one, even the pinball game. I do know about the pinball game. Yes, I can't wait to play Fallout pinball version. It's part of my. All right. I wish I could like individually select the multiples, unless someone knows how to do that, but I surely don't. I know how to do this. Oh yes, we got it. I forgot that I did that. We'll just put all these to here and there. Oh my gosh, it totally slipped my mind. A morning reel, but it's okay. My least amount of posting is on Sunday, so I'm not gonna have like a set schedule for Sundays. Just as future reference, just because Sundays can be crazy for me. So yeah. Which is literally doesn't cut out the dude next to him. This is gonna be the most clickbait video I can possibly make. I can't have that in the. I think that's too much of a spoiler. I'll get pooped on big time if I leave that in there. But, guys, what is with all these shots of the... They keep giving us more and more to work with, so I'm not... Once the season's fully out, every video is gonna have him ragdolling there that I go. Heading to Costco to go check out sofas. Hell yeah. Right now is the time to get them. Oh, 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific is a good time for me to be able to catch a live stream, especially on weekdays. That's 8 o'clock my time, I think. Yeah, tomorrow I've got nothing planned on the vault, on any of the vault stuff. Oh, yes. Peak. Absolutely peak. Dude, Rafi Silver's a G. By the way, if you have Instagram, I posted a reel glazing Rafi Silver. And you know, I'm not pushing anyone to do anything. Perfect shot. But you know what would be insane is if someone maybe potentially tagged him under it. But that must have been the wind, because I didn't say that. Crap. Oh wait. I don't think those who have been watching, I bet you have, this is the first hint that you've gotten, hopefully, of what this video is going to be. Besides seeing me tweaking out at the start. But that is besides the point. You know, all these guys are staying in today. I really think is... I don't want to play this because I want you guys to be surprised when it happens. Let me see what the YouTube power searches are today. Thanks, YouTube, for giving me things that aren't Fallout related. What the heck? Did Anthony House take over? What did it just copy? Hoops. Hoops. Robert Hoops. Robert House dead. This is purely a clickbait. Yeah, that's good. I'm not expecting today's video to do well, so this is more of a funny, making fun of stuff video. I really think is before I get started, I want to thank you guys. We are at 686 subscribers. We just hit 600 yesterday. Oh my lord, thank you guys so much. I'm going to be live later tonight at 10:45. I'll be live probably for a while, so stop by, ask some questions, chill out. We're going to be playing Fallout 3, a evil playthrough, and let's get into the video. So, this season has made us believe that Mr. House is going to be on top, potentially the Enclave, this struggle over Cold Fusion, all these players. Did the NCR win? Did the Legion win? Did Yes Man win? Did Mr. House win? So, this season... Oof. I'm absolutely sinking into the chair. Ooh! Where's the photo of Moldaver? I know there's the photo of her in front of the NCR, so where is it? There it is. It has made us believe that Mr. House... House is gonna be on top, potentially the Mr. House is gonna be on top, potentially the Enclave. Oh my lord, why does it do that? I don't understand how it does that. Why does it do that all the time? But I have to touch these ones, but that one I can just drag. It doesn't make sense. That's the one thing that ticks me off. This struggle over Cold Fusion. I'm putting way too much in it to start for a video that's supposed to be goofy. All these players did the NCR win, did the lead mega small so no one sees how blurry it is. Legion win, did Yes Man. Where is he? Oh. All these players did the NCR. All these players. Ave, true to my. Did the NCR win? Did the Legion win? Did Yes Man
Admittedly
win?
tired. I'm
Did
just
Mr. House
finishing
win?
up a little funny video
All of
today.
That is false.
All of that is
Because you know who actually won and actually took over the Lucky 38? Was Anthony House.
Who's talking?
And you know who he had help from? Fisto and
Where'd the Flemish go? What the heck? It should be right here. Time to steal the photo. This one's sick. Oh my lord. Alright, saved. Thank you. Import.
House. And you know who he had help from? Fisto and the Flemish. Yes, that is right. It was all a lie. And there's one build.
me posted up.
I don't have that photo. Fisto is the leader of the Enclave, pretty much. Limo, you what? Fisto is actually the mastermind of everything. Fisto dropped the bombs. What if Mr. House Anthony is secretly Fisto? Now you guys are getting what I'm putting down in today's video. Oops, we're just chilling at myself. Hopefully I still have the footage from me just going through the H&H tool factory, because I'm not doing that again. Unbuilding that... Oh my lord. I just wish I could take straight from the files and I didn't have to upload them. Because it's not like I'm barely uploading them. Proves all of this. And that's the H&H tool factory building. And in this building, we can find the Lucky 38 access card. If you guys get the gist, I'm making fun of a lot of the people. Oh, perfect. Where is it when I get the key? The key. There we go. Fisto is the leader of the Enclave, and I fully believe that. Which he left behind because he already used it there and then went back and left it. That's why... One of the biggest plots is, if Anthony House was going to use it to take over the Lucky 38, don't you think he'd bring it with him so he could do it wherever he went to? Why is it there still? Why are people using it as proof that he can take over the Lucky 38 when that's not what it's used for? When you pick up the access key card, it unlocks the hidden files. And guess who believes that? Oxhorn. That's the only thing I was livid about. It's there. Is that he blatantly just ignored that. When he's the one who talks about that in his video. That's how I know about it. It's because of him. Left it. That's why it's there. And he talks about the Flemish so much because they're... Which we just found out earlier today that Flemish is just Dutch people. Are the ones who helped him. Who do you think took over the Strip? Who do you think helped the Death Claws in? It was the Flemish. Who took the dam back from the NCR and pushed out the Legion? It was the Flemish. Back to Anthony House. Sup, brother Mike? I like your name. Thank you very much, Henry B3V5C. Thank you for joining us today. I'm just editing a little silly video, and then we may hop into Fallout 3 for like an hour. But I'll be live again later tonight. You don't. Fisto, Flemish. Who took the dam back from him, and eventually they're gonna take over the world. Brother Mike, what the hell are you talking about? I'm talking about... I kind of just let myself... I just let anything that popped in my head come out for this video, guys. So, hope you guys enjoy it. The truth. I was lying this entire time. Anthony House is the one behind it all. I promise. I promise you. I'm telling you. It was him. I'm serious. There was just so much evidence that leads to it because, you know, Anthony House had H&H. Come on. Thank you. And in that first episode... Cool, I gotta do some work, so I might dip, but I just wanted to say I like your vids and style. Thank you so much, bro. That means a lot. Of course, do whatever you gotta do. Today's stream is probably boring as heck. At least this one. Later tonight, in like 9 hours? I don't know. 8 to 9 hours I'll be live again. And we'll be playing. I'll be going over your guys' theories and stuff. More interactive. But yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And I appreciate your support. So because, you know, Anthony House had H&H. And... You know, Anthony House had H&H. And in that first episode, he talks about the H&H, so it had... I hope... Watch this one blow up for some reason. And people think I'm serious. I could put this on Instagram. They would fully think I'm serious. People would believe this. It has to be Anthony House, right? He wouldn't act like that. He wouldn't go out and put himself in danger, wouldn't he? I know there's one because I see it every time. There it is. It's an Instagram post. Danger, wouldn't he? That would happen, right? I don't even... I'm serious. My theory is making sense, right? Like... I think I leave the run. The Flemish, it makes so much sense why we don't know what happened. The Flemish took over everything. That's why we don't see... Why is there no auto-snapping? That's why we don't know what happened. The Flemish took over everything. That's why we don't see any of the remnants of the Tots or Gomorrah or the Ultra. We don't see anything of them. It's because the Flemish took over. We're going crazy, Mike, in the middle. It's just going to be me in the middle for the rest of this. Boom. It's just me rambling. I'll leave this for you guys to watch later. It was always Anthony House. The H&H Tool Factory is supposed to make us. You can even see that he's crazy, but he isn't crazy, and I'm not crazy. Me, when I say it, my eyes are like, guess what? Come on. Smartest man in the world couldn't predict that the secret player at the table was Dutch the whole time. Yeah. Well, that's where I think Mr. House is just blatantly lying. Cared for. Because they use his tech. Stay safe out there, Wastelanders. Unless they were so meticulous that they took apart and exactly copied his technology. Enclave and Vault technology are the same. Vault Tech. If we go into the Robco building, you see that, and also in the show and in so many places, the biggest, most profitable partnership was between Robco and Vault Tech, and they supplied them with most of their gear. Hey bro, I love your vids. Hank is the courier. Is Courier 6, by the way. Honestly, it could make sense, and then he somehow, like, after they put his brain back in his head, he gets his memory back. Who knows? And then he comes back and is like, I have to destroy everything. Brother Mike, how are you doing? What is up, GG? Nice to see you. And what is up, Earl Grey? Thank you guys for joining and commenting. And thank you for the support, Earl. Mr. House should definitely have some idea that the Enclave is using his technology. Exactly. That's what... I think everyone's taking this meeting far too literally. What's up, Frank Horgan? How are you doing, Mutie? You dirty mutant bastard. I just don't think the snake oil salesman is the courier. Honestly, I think that's the best fate for the courier. I'll throw myself back in the vault. Why? Process this video, and then we'll have just we'll have an exact hour to play Fallout 3, most likely, or a little under that. Yes. I may make a short real quick from this. It'll take 2 seconds. Usually because, yeah, it's Sundays. So I'm going to just put it in the... Unless it's something big, I'm either going to have, like, big video releases on Sundays, or Sundays are going to kind of be my more
It's Brother Mike, and
wacky...
Thank you so much for joining.
Are going to be more wacky and weird. Like Wild Wasteland Sunday. Even though we should do Wild Wasteland Wednesday, but... You know, I'm just one man. I don't know if you guys are still in the vault, or if you're seeing me... Oh yeah, you're in the vault. I just saw that move over. Also, as of right now, 691 subscribers. Holy crap. Mr. Chicken Man is definitely connected to Mr. House. Me thinks maybe it's his brother, maybe it's not, but I don't think he comes to Vegas for no reason. Yeah, unless they're like, oh, the reason why he came to Vegas was to see Fisto. No, that's kind of why. I agree with you. I agree with you, my friend. That is something that where did that go? That is something I agree with you. I wonder what... No, I don't know if I don't think he's Anthony House. Unless he is. Maybe that's the best way for them to show Anthony House.
Wastelanders,
But...
Mike, and thank you so much for joining me today.
I don't know.
We are going over my mag...
That gives me a headache thinking about it, but it could be. Anthony is dead. Anthony is most likely dead, and that's the truth. That's what I believe, and that's not a headcanon. That's like inferred by the game heavily, because you don't see Bro in the factory, especially after Mr. House took it over, and he didn't take this Lucky 38 access key, which is the worst thing they could have possibly named it, and they also rushed that quest. That's what one of the one dude that made it, who's really nice, and he wears glasses, and he always streams himself playing Fallout New Vegas. That guy. Anthony House took over the Lucky 38. Is that a good clickbait title? Anthony House took over the Lucky 38. I mean, my reason for going to New Vegas and Fallout New Vegas was to see Fisto. After that, I didn't continue with this story. Hey, that's most likely what the canon... Starting to see that's the canon... Okay. Upload file. That. Perfect. No, it is not made for kids. And no, it does not have altered content. This has to do with Fallout New Vegas. I don't think any of this stuff actually ever does anything, but who knows? Do you think Hank is going to put a mind control device on Lucy? I don't think so, because as we learn, he's come to the conclusion that the easiest way to use it is to absolutely wipe someone's memory. They still have their motor functions and basic skills, but I don't think he's going to wipe his daughter's memory. I think that's where it'll be too, especially with the chance that it could kill her. Yeah, I don't think it's possible, or at least I don't think it's something that Hank would do to her. Like to his wife, maybe, but it seems he has this. He's obsessed with Lucy in a way, which I don't blame him. But he's like obsessed with Lucy. It seems like, and her being safe. Now I understand that he's a father, but he's not gonna let something happen to her, especially by his hand. Which is why I don't know why he tells her to. Here's just another like weird. So they wanted the ghoul. They wanted some way for the ghoul and Lucy to have a friction, and so the ghoul gives her to Hank, like we all knew, and then they have to add that she tanks a syringer dart that's supposed to make her go to sleep, a trank dart, and then gets up and punches him out of a window. Literal Mortal Kombat punches, bro. Looney Tunes punches him out the window, and he lands on a spike. What the hell? And then what Hank wanted the ghoul to do can't be done now, and so Hank just takes Lucy back to the other vault for some reason. That didn't make sense to me. That seemed like they were just trying to get Lucy to Hank, and then the ghoul hurt. They could have done that so much easier. Why didn't Hank have 20 dudes rush into that room that he had mind controlled? Because we know he's going to have more by the next episode. Why didn't he... I think it's more sinister than love, more like a pure sample. That is also, honestly, could be possible. That could be possible, especially why he's obsessed with her. I haven't thought about that. New project. Yeah. That whole ending, it seemed like they had the whole episode playing out, and then like, how do we connect this? Oh, let's almost kill the ghoul. Let's do something that if we did to any other ghoul in the franchise, it would kill them. Yes, ghouls can use radiation to heal, not fully regenerate a hole in their stomach and grow back their stomach parts and such. This is stretching ghouls' regeneration abilities way too far. Why isn't Rotface's face fixing itself then? Why aren't these... I can agree if a ghoul loses a finger, they can just pop a new one on and eventually it'll adapt to it. That is something that I can roll with a little bit. Even then, it's still goofy. If it was their own finger and it fell off and they attached it and it... That I can agree with, just from how stuff has been stated, but there's ghouls who are literally falling apart in games that we meet. They're literally falling apart and losing pieces of themselves. And those pieces aren't growing back. So, how are they going to dig themselves out the hole? Are they going to drop that the reason why the ghoul looks so much different from all the other ghouls is because he's some different FEV ghoul? Or did potentially Barb loved him still, and so they did something to him, so she knew she wouldn't be able to get him in the vault, but that he wouldn't die? Possibly. Because I think there's a whole genetic part to ghouls that I would love to see gone in further, and what backs that up is there is a insane amount of Chinese remnant ghoul spies. Enough to where it's rising suspicion within me that potentially China did something to their soldiers that they sent over to make it so that they would withstand the launch of a nuclear blast and be able to take over America after they were finished with it. Who knows? Life is data, Mr. House. It's confirmed the ghoul gets off the post. He's seen in Lucky 38 as the... Yeah, we know he gets off the post. I'm hoping that the kings come to his rescue. Or I have a feeling it's going to be some mutants that only come out at night in Freeside because of prejudice, and that's where we get, there's a war coming and you're gonna need our help. I would love to see how there's a war coming when we have no clue and they're gonna surprise it on us in one of the episodes, most likely. Definitely what is gonna happen. What does that scene mean? Unless that's just what we're gonna be left on a cliffhanger of, which is definitely what's gonna happen. The more and more we see, the less and less I have a feeling that we're going to get to any actual conclusion at the end of this season. which is a valid concern because they've just been wasting our time. What have we learned so far? Yeah, it's been amazing. I love the show, but we're not really progressing the story much. Like, we get like 2 things that progress the story, and then a bunch of lore, and then more questions. This isn't FNAF.
I really think is going on in the second season of Fallout, and how we've been misled this entire season.
It just doesn't
and
make
there's someone else
sense.
above Mr. House, someone who truly.
That would be so stupid. I think the Hoover Dam is completely... That'd be stupid if they did it, not your question. I think that's a weird cop-out. They shouldn't show the Hoover Dam at all. It's clear the Hoover Dam is probably broken, or is non-operational, or that's just where all the Securitrons are, which would make sense. Oh, what is up, Darth Nuka? Maybe Thaddeus hits him with his FEV blood or something. Who knows? At this point, anything. That is true. He was almost ready to kill her. Hank definitely cares about his own daughter, but maybe turns into a Superman and is somehow safe in the vault. More like a pure sample. I feel like they've effed over the integrity of the Legion and Brotherhood and just about every other faction we see on screen. In a way,
Is the house.
it's just...
And let's go over what that's gonna be. Before I get started, I want to
What?
thank you guys. We're at 686 subscribers. We just hit 600 yesterday. Oh my lord, thank you guys so much. I'm going to be live later tonight at 10:45. I'll be live probably for a while, so stop by, ask some questions, chill out, 40.53, equal player, and skip the video. So this is amazing to believe that Mr. House is going to be on top. Potentially the Enclave, the struggle over Gold Fusion, all these players, did the NCR win, did the Legion win, did the X-Men win, did Mr. House win? All of that is false. Because you know who actually won? All of that is false. Because you know... False. Because... You know who actually won and actually took over the Lucky 38? Was Anthony House. And you know who he had help from? Fisto and the Flemish. Yes, that is right. It was all a lie. And there's one building that proves all of this. And that's the H&H Tool Factory building. And in this building, we can find the Lucky 38 access card, which he left behind because he already used it there and then went back and left it. That's why it's there. And he talks about the Flemish so much because they're the ones who helped him. Who do you think took over the strip? Who do you think helped the
People are
going
to think I'm being
It was
serious.
the Flemish.
It's starting
Who
to
took
sit in
the
that
dam
people are
back from
100%
the
gonna be
NCR.
like, what the hell is this guy yapping about? Until only people who I have a feeling only you guys will get that I'm not being serious.
Pushed out the Legion, it was the Flemish. We've all been led.
Yeah, dude, what the frick was up with the Legion? Now, I would understand if, like, Caesar was at the top of, like, a spike and in the air and both sides were, like, guarding over it because neither Caesar wants that to be true. There to be an actual air, but, like, come on. What is that? Like, seriously. It may... Yes, the Legion are inherently goofy. Yes. But they aren't, like, this weird and goofy.
Do you know who actually won and actually took over the Lucky 38? Was Anthony House. And you know who he had help from? Fisto and the Flemish.
That's my sneak peek for today's video, guys. I hope it's gonna be a real banger. Where's Fisto? Oh, you're right there. All right.
Do you know who actually won and actually took over the Lucky 38? Was Anthony House. And you know who he had help from? Fisto and the Flemish. Yes, that is right. It was all a lie. And there's one building that proves all of this. And that's the H&H Tool Factory building. And in this building, we can find the Lucky 38 to Anthony House, Fisto, and through them they used the Flemish to take over the...
This is actual brain rot. This is the only short I'm gonna post today too. So anyone who has not hit this stream is gonna be like, what happened to Mike over the day? I'm not putting a spoiler warning because this isn't spoilers in any way, shape, or form. So someone get mad at me about spoilers. It's not like every AI TikTok page just post them all out with no spoiler warnings. We are about to head into what's it called? I'm just finishing this short and then we'll be right in, which is it's done now. Oh, I have to do the subtitles actually, so give me 1 second. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, the whole thing, sorry that I went hard. I think the daughter might be an old lady when we see her. That would be a cool take. Mike's tripping off the Mentats today. It's actually because I'm out of jet and Todd will not send me any more, so you may see my... You know who actually won and took over the Lucky 38? Fisto and the Flemish. Yes, that's right. It was all a lie. Okay, good. The subtitles are messed up. They're messed up for this one.
You know who...
They don't look... I don't even know. No! Okay. Make it blue. Put it right there.
Do you know who actually won and actually took over the Lucky 38? Was Anthony House. And you know who he had help from? Fisto and the Flemish. Yes, that is right. It was all a lie. And there's one building that proves all of this. And that's the H&H Tool Factory.
H&H 2? Bum 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 bum. Dun dun dun. The daughter being old would be fitting for a Fallout plot. Yes, in a tie-in to the Lucy, oh, I have to go find my dad, Fallout 3. The ghoul, oh, I have to find my wife and daughter. Oh, my wife is a brain and my daughter is about to die. It's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Not at all, to be honest. Mr. House is secretly a Dutch communist and hates the Enclave. Spoiler alert for episode 6. Dude, what are you doing? Why would you spoil that?
Do you know who actually won and actually took over the Lucky 38? Was
Mike,
Anthony House.
6,
and you know who he had help from?
it would
Fisto
give me
and the
5, 5, 6,
Flemish.
6,
Yes,
7, 9,
that
10,
is
11,
right.
12,
It was
7,
all a lie. And there's
I'm a little
one
confused
building
what you
that
mean
proves
there,
all
Darth
of
Nuka.
this. And that's the
Although-
H&H Tool Factory
Although I
building.
was wondering
And
why all
in
the
this
characters that know each other woke up around the same time, Hank, Moldaver, etc. Yeah, I wonder if there was something planned that we're gonna finally learn about, or if it's just coincidence. I think it's just coincidence, because, you know, they probably won't explain that. Which, obviously, they're leaving, how is Moldaver alive up in the air? Everyone knows it's cryopods. That's probably the best way, unless she... Wait, I'm just locking in for a quick 2 seconds. Copy. Paste. Bet. Perfect. Hashtag Flemish. Strip. Next time you do a Fallout New Vegas playthrough, do a high agility, you move faster and reload quicker. It's very fun. I've been playing it my most recent playthrough. It's cool when I see you guys go through the lives and respond in time to stuff. That guy doesn't even know I'm live right now. Unless he's in here. But I'm live! Also, the Zaxcan, thank you for commenting. I've not seen you in the live, unless I maybe have, but thank you. Yeah, I agree with you, but seriously, did you read that prediction? Which prediction? Mr. House is secretly a Dutch communist and hates the Enclave. Is that what you meant? Moldaver somehow stole a top-secret cryopod from the government and it kept it in her one-bedroom apartment before the war. Most likely what happened. Or we find out that... Digging. I just wanted to see the Salt Upon Wounds crying about being the only one left. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she was at the Tops. They showed us that Tops thing yearly, but never went anywhere with that, so... Who knows? Vegas. This one. Oops, I spelt it wrong. I spelt it wrong. Go back. Took. I spelt the video wrong. Did Anthony House take over the Lucky 38? That's better. Did Anthony House take over the Lucky 38? And never in this video do I ever say that I don't agree with it, so I hope someone new finds this and is like, who is this crazy guy? Knowing me, this video will be my most popular video, and then I'll have to address everyone in the comments saying, guys, I don't actually believe in this. I'm just messing with you. Alright, let me get to these. I'll tag you in it again. Alright. Brother man, I'm rewatching the last episode. The scene where Howard Cooper, I think you mean Cooper Howard, is talking to Mr. House, and they're talking about the end of the world, and Cooper asks, a calculator told you that? The end. Yeah, that is actually pretty funny. Episode 5 is my favorite episode so far because of all the house we've seen. I hope we get to see Cooper and Mr. House kiss. They definitely have some kind of chemistry there. Mr. House just likes yelling too much. I think Mr. House was just trying to anger Cooper Howard and really agitate him, so then Cooper would act out against, you know the theory, would act out against the cold fusion deal with Barb, which would then give Cooper Howard, or Mr. House, more time to prepare for the end of the world. Boom. I don't think did I do that right? Did Anthony House take over the Lucky 38? I need to capitalize the other house. Alright, guys, it's just about time. Oh my gosh, okay. Go back. Go view analytics, details, not made for kids, no altered content. Fallout New Vegas, analytics, details, related video. Yeah. Alright, perfect. That is done. Done. You guys go check that out after the live stream. I would appreciate that. And if anyone has an Instagram, I do have an Instagram at Brother Mike. You should totally, definitely not tag Rafi Silver in that appreciation video that I put out for him. Hopefully someone got the hint. Alright. And also, thank you so much for... We're almost about to hit 700. Oh my lord. And in my opinion, the last 2 videos I put out were pretty weak. But, you know what that means? Thank you guys so much, because you're getting Chungest. You just got Chungest. Imagine getting Chungest like that. Time to hop into Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition. Ooh, that's a really good theory. What if it's not about Cold Fusion, but a super tiny control chip? Oh, oops. I think Hank actually brought over the prototype mind control device. Oh, okay, let me. I hope we see Cooper. Is Mr. House talking to the computer that became the calculator? I'm trying to think what you're talking about. Are you talking about the computer when he puts his head on? Also, what is up, Williams Cadwell? Emphasizing that question a little bit, because I'm a little bit confused what you're asking. It was in your Season 2, Episode 5 breakdown, the one titled The Ghoul is Dead. I think Hank actually brought over the prototype mind control device. Oh, that is potential, 100%. And what we see in Season 2, Episode 1 is actually in the future from the Episode 5 events. Ooh, potentially. Ooh, that's a really good theory. What if it's not Cold Fusion, but a super tiny control chip? Ooh. There are screenshots of the railers where we see scenes not yet ever. Yeah, that's true. Will you take a second look at those predictions? Probably the prototype still. It probably gets rejected. Would you eat a Deathclaw omelet? Yes, I bet it tastes good. I would, with cheese, grilled onions, and bacon. I would as well. Look, Cooper, I turned myself into a calculator on Calculator House. Oh, look, makes sense to me. In a coming episode, the ghoul will talk to Mr. House in the penthouse on his monitor. Both ain't dead. No STS. I don't think no STS knows that I'm messing with them. I can't wait for all of you guys to be like, what the heck? Every live stream he's talking bad about the Anthony House stuff. Alright, let's get in. We'll play for like 30 minutes to maybe a little bit over an hour. I'm excited. I had a lot of fun last night playing. Just being evil. Let's get right into it. So, before that, I think you were tagging me in a comment, if that's what you meant. Let me find that for you, my friend. We'll get a better view. Should we just wait here for a few days, actually? So I can put all my stuff back up? Because I have a feeling it's just going to get taken out of here. Oh, whoa. It's a thing for peeing in. Wow. Oh, I'm getting distracted. First, before I do that, we need to do something. Hey, do you need help, sir? Where are you? heard that you needed help.
Please help me.
I will.
Please.
All right. Oh, my short where I say is the ghoul dead? I'm confused what you mean, my friend. I'm totally lost, if I'm being honest. Okay. When Coop asked a calculator told you that, do you think that he might have been foreshadowing about the computer mutant that became the cat? Oh, you're talking about that. No, I just think he meant like, oh, you're doing math and you came to that conclusion. He's just like ridiculing him. That's, at least in my opinion, that's what I think's happening. In Fallout Season 2, Episode 6, titled The Other Player, the Enclave is officially revealed as the primary antagonist and the true shadow government pulling the strings behind the apocalypse. Ooh, I like that. I think that's a full possibility. But I think they'll hint at them, but I feel like it's too early to bring in the Enclave. But who knows? When Coop asked what you asked, are you Mr. House? And then Mr. House starts housing it all over the place. That's my favorite. Yeah, I love when House just starts housing all over the place. At least he's not thirsty. Yeah, at least he's not thirsty anymore. Key Enclave developments in Episode 6. Hank McClane makes contact with Enclave High Command, which we know about Enclave High Command through this game. There is a Enclave High Command. You can hear about it in a note that you get when you're going to fight the mobile land crawler. Hey, let's go, boys. What's up, G Money? What is happening? I saw you commenting while we were going through. Sorry, it's too long to post in chat. You're all good. No, I think that's a full possibility. And then the next season is us going there and to the Commonwealth potentially. Who knows? But yes, I do like that theory. I genuinely like that theory. Now, let me see. Wait, I need to post something in the comments of that video. Because, no, you guys, I'll leave it up to you guys if I'm... How did this happen? I need to look something up. Do I have to wait after? You should eventually be able to enter, but there's no... Let's go check out Megaton. Oh my gosh, what happened? And Moira isn't here, because I murked her. Epic. Am I just gonna get hella rads, I'm assuming? Oh my lord. Absolute nuclear devastation here. T, we're gonna wait 24 hours. back into chat. I forgot. Okay. I do really like that theory, though, Dark Nuka. I made it missed last night. Oh, you're all good. I'll be live again later tonight, too. I'll probably be live for maybe another hour, I'm thinking. Maybe a little bit less. The rest of the prediction is on your episode 5 review and theories with the ghoul dead in the title. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Actually, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think the bad guy Torch will be passed from Hank to the Enclave. By the Enclave, they'll off Hank and flee the Commonwealth to fight the Institute. Ooh, that is a possibility. I have a feeling we're gonna see remnants in the Commonwealth, and then we'll finally head to DC here, where it all started for Bethesda. What state would you love to see in a Fallout game? Texas. I feel like there's so much cool cowboy-esque stuff we could do with Texas. Texas, maybe potentially Miami. I think that would be really cool. Who else? It's gonna be still destroyed, I guarantee you. Let's go. To the penthouse. The long walk to the penthouse. We will make it. Please look at the entire thing when you have a minute. It's over 2K letters, so I can't just post in chat with inefficiency. Louisiana would be very cool. I just recently visited Louisiana, and I think, yeah, Louisiana or Texas, I think, are the two big options that we will most likely see. Alright, I'll go check that out in just one singular second, my friend. Oh, I forgot the bobblehead in the vault. Oops. Oh no, I got it. These are for selling. Boom. I'm trying to see if these are the weapons that I want to carry on me, though. I'm not gonna go sell anything anytime. Actually, I can. I don't want to use these, so I'm gonna sell them. Ooh, okay. Side eyes, Ohio. Yeah, Ohio could be cool, but I don't know why they just show us that little sliver. New York would be really cool. They could bring back the Metro tunnels too, but make them better. Yeah, that'd be way... I hate the Metro tunnels, but they could have done them so much better. The thing is don't they say that, like, New York is, like, completely off the map? But I'm not 100% sure about that.
You've been wounded, sir. May I suggest you seek medical attention as soon as possible?
Don't you effing talk to me, you dirty clanker. Don't give me any suggestions.
things are going
Holy
well with
moly.
you today, sir?
I still gotta respond to a lot of you guys' comments on this. Holy smokes. 89 comments?
Welcome home, sir.
Oh. In Fallout Season 2 episode, the other player, the Enclave, is officially revealed as a primary antagonist in the True Shadow Government. From the strings behind the Apocalypse Key, Enclave develops. Ooh. Hank McClane gives contact with Enclave High Command using a long-range device. He reports the success of his experiments with control devices and is informed by a female Enclave commander that the president is considering him for a promotion. The other player relation, as revealing the Ghoul Cooper and his wife Barb, suggests that the Enclave is the other.
How may I serve you, master? I really want to.
Oh. The Ghoul, Cooper Howard, and his wife Barb said that the Enclave is the other part of the table. This human. Pre-drop the bomb
It
to ensure
appears
their
you've been
survival and
wounded, sir.
dominance.
May I
bypassing
suggest
all
you
text
seek
visual
medical
timeline.
attention as soon
I
as
like that.
possible?
I do like that. Now, do I trust it? I don't know. But I do think that is where tomorrow's video is going to go. And if that's right, that's kind of wild. That it just accidentally leaked their stuff. But yes, there's a... maybe it's too early. It's only the second season, but the Enclave would be cool. I just feel like the Enclave would be like the big, big bad. But who knows? Maybe they'll be following them over the next few seasons.
Hey, kid.
Oh, well, I want to buy some stuff, my friends, so... But yes, that is pretty crazy, and that could be a joke. Indiana, a joke. New York would be cool. Side Eyes, Ohio. New York could be cool. Why do you say the Flemish? Aren't they Belgium? So, it's a joke. The short's a joke. Anthony House is crazy and he doesn't trust the Flemish, which is just Dutch people for some reason. Fallout maybe in a non-US country. That'd be cool. Fallout China, that would be really cool. What is up, Current? Nice to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining. Right, that seems highly specific for something it doesn't already know. That is true. Unless it's just taking from, like, YouTubers like me, which...
Move along.
Will I get the
Welcome
shakes
to
if
the...
I don't drink your stuff forever? I hate robots. I wish I could be, like, more mean to him. I also find it hilarious that potentially the thing turned into Fisto could have been one of the congressional robots that they have. I forgot that ghouls were here for a minute, and I went, what happened? What does it do with a big head?
Hey, kid, how's it going?
This is my favorite piece of armor from the game, just by how goofy and big it is.
They got you. Well,
all right. Wish it showed me how much caps I was giving him, but only 21 bucks. I'll take that. My house, no. I'm not spending that type of money. Who do you think I am? I'll take this, though. Let's see how much we need until it's below. Perfect. We're not gonna take this. It's close enough. Boom, thank you. Now we're all
Another
ammoed up.
satisfied customer. Living.
I'm not buying any of that stuff until I'm rich, and I ain't rich yet. The Commonwealth feels so boring. Well, it's also it's if they go to the Commonwealth, they have to like make it perfect. They can't do what they're doing with Vegas, which is changing things, because it has not been long at all since we've been there, right? Like, it'd be closer in the timeline. And we, like, destroy the impending doom. So what are they going to show us? All the Minutemen destroyed and just the Brotherhood of Steel left, and we don't see anything else? That's why the Capital Wasteland is far easier, because the Brotherhood of Steel are gone. The Enclave are gone in the area, which where I think the Enclave High Command will try and move back in. And I don't think Henry John Eden is gone either at all. I don't think he's gone one bit at all. Oh yes, it could be true. That is true, Darth Nuka. You may be onto something, which if you are, that'd be a huge... So, fun fact about the Ghoul Kings is... Are those... So they'll need to have been... That's true. Well, I think... I don't know. I don't know. Watch them just never address it. And we're like, oh yeah, the ghouls... The kings got turned into some ghouls. And then that's it. I won't be a happy campo if that happens. Alright. Now we're kind of absolutely loaded. Why isn't there any security here, though? That's the one thing I never understood, is why don't the security... Some ghouls don some security armor. Alright. Yeah, this is the easiest place I can go to from there. Boy, I ain't even close. Which way should I go? The one you get with... I know, I agree, only shills like the Fallout show. Fallout show pissed on the new Vegas. I mean, I like the Fallout show. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying... I don't know why they did all that when they should have just done, like, the only reason we should have gone back there was for, like, a fan service. I don't think people are shills for liking the show. I mean, I like the show. I'm just happy we're getting a Fallout show. And they aren't, like, they could be doing what they did with The Witcher or the Halo show, or what are the other horrible game adaptations that are nothing like what they are? This is the best adaptation that's ever been adapted. And it's very on point. I just don't like that they're making it canon. There doesn't need to be a reason for it to be canon at all. Why? Give me one reason why. That's one question that, if I was ever in front of Todd Howard, I'd ask him, why did you make the Fallout show canon? Why? Why couldn't it, or why did you make it after the events of all the current games, so you're not constricted by certain barriers? That's what you need. You need to be constricted. This should have all been done before. That's my biggest take on the Fallout show. Oops, I'm not even going the right way. I'm gonna go that way. That general direction. And that's a valid take. Is why? So you can potentially mess up the lore that you guys always end up messing in every game, and then everyone has to relearn and remake their assumptions on stuff. especially with the community you've cultivated now, you're gonna do that, and you think it's gonna be a good idea. And then when they eventually do mess something up, when they mess something up big, and all the New Vegas fanatics are mad about it, is when this season makes or breaks the show. I've been saying, and I have a feeling, just like me, a lot of Fallout fans, not Fallout New Vegas fans, but especially Fallout New Vegas fans, are getting a little bit nervous. We're getting nervous. They're either about to A, do a really good job, or they're B, going to butcher it, and I don't see it in between. I'm not a doomer for saying that. That's a valid take. And fight me. Okay. Would have been awesome if they went the Fallout Dust route to explain all the destruction in Vegas. I theorize that the Red Sierra Madre Cloud invaded the Mojave. Possible. Don't fall for the rage bait, people. We are better than this. Also, why are only them ghouls while Freeside exists? Yeah, exactly. That's why I think it may be Pacer, and that we may get the Kings running in and saving Cooper Howard. Ending cutscene in Season 1 revealing New Vegas. The ship was depicted in red hue. Every ending cutscene in Season 2 is depicted in red hue. Why else would they do that? Would have been cool. The ending scenes don't do anything. They don't add to any lore, and every time we see what they show in the ending screens, it's nothing like what's shown. So therefore I refuse to I don't even watch them anymore, because it's not like they add anything. Like, if they nuked it, okay, cool, but that implies that it was targeted, and who knows? Jedi did not like them. House, do you think maybe he poisoned them? Potentially. But also, House will let them... I feel like House could... that's one thing. I feel like House would think that they're cute, and that they're a remembrance of the old world, and try and keep them around as, like, his henchmen in the free side. But I don't know. There's only one ending where he doesn't kill them, and that's when they get the NCR out of the area. So, who knows? Also, what leaks happened? So there's like a few leaks with like sets and stuff, but I'm trying to. The biggest one is Thaddeus. Johnny Pemberton posted a photo. Why is this dirty? And then he took it down quickly. His hands were in a big mold. There were super mutant photos in the background. And then a photo of the voice actor for John Henry Eden. Why would that be there if they weren't going to use him? Yeah. Asus. That is true. I fully agree with you there. He gives up far too easily. Now that is a valid take. There is some cringe dialogue here and there, and out of place jokes. I don't know why they just don't stick. You can do funny stuff with, like, okay, the Lucy shop was the best preview of like Fallout humor they've ever done. I feel that's something easily, like, imagine walking into a random shop in Megaton, and you're like looking around, and then there's a dead person in the back, and it's like Ginger James's Emporium or something, and then you look at the guy, and he has jet black hair, and he's wearing clothes that don't fit, and you're like, did you just do that? And he's like, no, and then you fight him and kill him, and then the town rewards you, and then you get the shop. That seems like something that would happen in a Fallout game, and so that fit perfectly. I wasn't bothered by that scene, and I thought it was very funny, very Fallout-esque. The ghoul falling from the window onto a spike conveniently just so he can get hurt, and then him be mad at... Please tell me how they will make up without the ghoul next time. On sight, I would shoot Lucy in the head after she did that to me. I don't care if she's my bargaining chip. She is dead. You push me through out of a window like that after I give you up back to your father, where you're gonna go be safe and you can stop this hope of being a good guy. Come on. It just pisses me off. I would have loved it if they never have went to game location. Yes, that would have been perfect. Or like out in the wilds, I saw people saying, oh, what's his name, the survivalist? I just know his name is that. Why didn't they just do the movie about that in his story? That'd be the perfect Fallout story. I saw some guy's video on that, and I wish I could remember his username so I could tell you guys what video. But that would honestly have been very cool to show, because we don't see that. That'd be a very cool Fallout take. We get to see the bombs drop. We get to see people come out. We get to see a guy care for these people. And then from that, we could follow them into other storylines and stuff. But no. I don't know. And now the ghoul is going to show up and stuff or whatever. We know the ghoul isn't dead, so why did they do that? There's nothing that is going to be gained other than, oh, I have to change my life and become a better person. Even though if I see the person that did this the next time, I'm going to blow a hole in her skull. Because that's what I would do. Even though she's a baddie. Anyone else not learn a single lesson about letting go of the Sierra Madre? I let go of being poor. That is true, Darth and Swiftick. That is true. Honestly, couldn't have said it better. I loved all the characters and how they interact with each other and the duality of each one, and how you can say or do one thing and then they'll try and kill you at the end, and it's very hard to get them all alive towards the end. I really like that. But tell me why there's only one single person you can talk to in Lonesome Road, yet people glaze the hell out of it. And then you can win a speak check where the man that everyone absolutely meat rides says that he's wrong. Therefore, making everything Ulysses says, no matter what you do, just not right, and he's just a doomer. He's no better than the people who won't give the Fallout show even a chance because they're just saying it's destroyed because of 2 things they saw online from a doomer creator. I have yet to learn a lesson in Sierra Madre. The only thing I've learned is to get rich or die trying. Exactly. Then why even add ending cutscenes that explain lore and destruction of Camp McCarran, Dead House and the Cryopod, etc.? They're either showing events people before or after the yes, exactly. And then none of it ties in. I thought we were going to see, like, the Legion home base at, like, a big football stadium, and that's where they got all their armor, and they decided to stay there because that's where Kaiser chose, and we were going to see a Caesar's Legion down on their luck, still trying to get back at the NCR in a really cool location. They could have done something really cool with that. We've never seen a big arena like that used as a base, and it could have been so cool. And they did it, and they're in a camp that's so easily attackable from above that the ghoul is able to explode a thing and then them think something happened. Well, on the other side, I don't even want to get into that. We haven't even seen them since the 2nd episode or the 3rd or whatever. They all blend together. Why show them in the first place? We see more of the NCR than them, and the NCR is destroyed. Happy for the return of the Enclave. It's about time. Honestly, yeah. That's probably the best part that's going to come out of this. Also, Zuckme Deek 420, thank you for joining. Hoover Dam was left ambiguous, bro. They stated multiple times that multiple endings are still canon. How can multiple endings still be canon? What are you talking about? Hoover Dam is most likely destroyed just like everything else, especially because of the way we see the strip and such. They're not going to show the Hoover Dam. I don't know how they have enough time to do so. Unless Season 4 is also going to be in Vegas, which I don't want. I want them to get out of there as fast as they can, and I want them to go somewhere where we've never seen before. That'd be much better. Camera Karen shows General McNamara gambling with his boys as a skeleton with a spear through his chest. I don't think the ending scenes mean anything. Exactly, because we never see him there. Or do we see him there? I thought he was at the Hoover Dam. Or am I thinking about General Oliver? How don't the ending cutscenes mean anything? That makes no sense. McCarran never fell in the game, so why is everyone there dead invaded by Legion? That expands upon the lore, no doubt. Exactly. I don't know if you're arguing with me on that one, but it just doesn't... The Lucy shop was actually good, but the Legion interpretation of their humor was awful. Yes. I liked Lucy calling them out on their BS, though. And I also liked how she told them she's only done stuff with their cousins, they were like, oh! I thought that was funny. That's like fall-esque humor. You're with a bunch of these beards, and then you tell them you've done stuff with your cousin, and they're all disgusted by it. That's funny. No, I mean, San Fran, or go deeper into it. Darth Nuka Season 1 was in San Francisco. However, you don't watch the show. I didn't know San Francisco had the Hollywood Boulevard. So that's... I don't think that's fully true. No, we actually don't get to see the city very much, or actually develop. Town, like I think Norm and the Buds are all potentially... But like, how do these stories come together? Who knows how these stories come together? Caesar's original base was in... Fortunately, we're never going to see the real Caesar's Legion. Yeah, that's true. I hope the access to the vault is via Benny's secret escape route that was partially contact. Me too. I think that'd be a great way to tie the two together. Them using more cut content, which should kind of show what they have planned for the game. Is that if they're using a bunch of cut content, the endings are most likely cut. But who knows? Not destroying, there's still those two guys on a hill. Yeah, that's true. No! Get away! I'm not gonna help you! Get away! Get away, little boy! Get away! He's the snail that's never stops following. Alright, I'll help you, kid. I'll help ya.
Those monsters...
Calm down, kid.
No, those things will get me. I can't. I gotta keep going.
Your daddy's dead, boy. Your daddy's dead.
You look stronger than all the other... Those... Nope.
Thanks, kid. You suck.
There was a...
Am I thinking, yeah, this is the wrong place. But I'm pretty sure this is where the ants are, unless I'm tripping. Yeah, this is totally where they're at. Yeah, there's just water pouring out of the Hoover Dam. Kings being Gould already destroys 3 endings. Hey, brother, good to see you again. Time to keep you on in the background while I run Slay the Spire. Ooh. Well, thank you for watching, Gabe Givens. We're going to be live for probably 25 more minutes or so. I'm just confused how people say ending cutscenes don't mean anything when it literally canonizes events after New Vegas. Season 1... we see the strip in ruin. Season 2, we see the strip still in ruin. So yes, they matter in my opinion. But here's the thing. Name one cutscene that has been the same as what has been shown than what they actually show. We see the strip, big hole in it, no hole in the strip, no down to NCR, vertebrates, nothing. Obviously, they probably didn't have it planned out when they did that, so I'll give that a sly. We never see anything to do with the Caesar's Legion and the arena. We never see anything to do with the costume shop. We never see anything to do with the Robco missile silos. We never see anything to do with Bison Steve Hotel. So, are they all going to cram that in 3 episodes that will visit those places? Impossible that we see that much, unless we do. But it's being shown more and more that these ending cutscenes are more just areas or depictions of it, and I'm also coping because they potentially show House being dead, even though that it is not anything that looks like where he's stored, because Mr. House stores himself underneath the Lucky 38 because it's extremely protected and could literally withstand a nuclear blast. I'm pretty sure someone says that about the 2 front doors. But no, they could, and I could just be wrong. It's frustrating me because I want to see the stuff they're showing, and we're not seeing any of it. So I'm confused. Yeah. You said it, sir. Unless they're establishing, and then we're going to see all this stuff happen in these last 3, which I hope isn't what happens. Because isn't that kind of what they did in the first season? I don't want to talk bad, though. I just... That's true. Here's the thing about New Vegas's factions. I love all of them. Now, I may not agree with the ways that they conduct themselves, like Caesar's Legion, but I can see from it, I can see a warmonger taking aspects of the past to fuel an empire for the future. And now that he's old and he knows he's probably going to die soon, he wants to settle down in New Vegas and make it his Rome. And then the Legion could potentially turn into something greater than itself, have their own renaissance, and change who they are. But that doesn't happen, and they're just still the same after 15 years. Who knows? But there's also something. I don't believe that the Legion as an entirety would fall. We have to remember that these are people taken from tribes, taken as young kids, born into the Legion. They are totally indoctrinated into it, and they also feel safe there. So instead of ditching and leaving, they'd probably just try and find a new Kaiser, like how they did, and that there would be infighting, but the infighting still shouldn't be a thing 15 years later. So I have issues with how people say the Legion will just always fall. Like, people really take the words of what someone says in these games as serious when these are these characters' opinions on political events, current political events in their game. And so they're going to have a say on something, but is that say ever going to be true? No, so we can't take the word of someone's opinion in-game on a faction to determine how that faction will end up. Because, like, the NCR, I don't think the NCR should be in the way it is right now, and I think that's a big red herring. And I have a feeling they didn't plan to do that, and after the insane backlash that they got for that nuking of Shady Sands and messing up the dates, that they're like, oh, we have to bring him back in. Alright, I'm just confused how people... Oh. One thing I'm a doomer about... Oh, yeah, I read that. Oh, oof. Okay. Not sure how they're gonna... Yep, I already answered that. I agree, so many fellas. So, either Bethesda didn't plan instead of accordingly to the ending cutscenes. They don't have enough time to put in the actual show or the events after happening in Season 2. I don't even think Bethesda has much of a say to it. I think it's just like, oh, what's a cool place? Let's put it in there that no one's ever seen before. They're showing us places that we've never seen before. The only one that we've seen is Bison Steve Hotel and the one with the strip, which isn't even what it looks like when we're shown the strip in that previous episode. So what's going on, and why are the Deathclaws so freaking stupid and slow? Yeah, an AI copy or something. The one thing with the gunshot through the cryo tube is the cryo tube is not in the right area, and he also promises the courier the same, like, fate he meet, or not fate, the same preservation that he'll get, but who knows. Maybe that's the courier dead, and they're gonna just show us that the courier's dead. Or maybe it won't mean jack diddly squat, and it won't be talked about at all, and load... Sounds like there's a lot of them coming towards me, but I only see one. not gonna hit these shots. Because I feel like the ending cutscene show Nevada and Rim because they're all trying to show how far New Vegas has fallen, which is just like, oh wow, what's the point of this? Why go back here if you're just gonna show us like stuff that we like just destroyed? Like it just seems like a big FU. And I'm not trying to be a doomer, but that's just what it kind of seems like at least the start of the season. And I'm like, I like the show and I'm trying to enjoy it, and I'm like, oh, they're just like disrespecting. Like, if they did that to 3 or 4, I would feel the same exact way. Why are you doing it? It isn't the fact just because it's New Vegas, or I'm a New Vegas fanboy, because I'm not. Like, why also, Dad? Agreed. I think the ghoul is going to find House's body. Potentially, I think the House we meet in the crab pot is his body double, or is truly dead but lives in an AI. Yeah. Just like my Mr. House backup theory I've been talking about for months now. Because Victor is still alive, but we see House is dead. Exactly. Exactly. He's gone, but Victor lies before. Victor says he has no clue why he's there, and he does. Victor literally pays for the courier to deliver the chip. Victor lies constantly. Victor is Mr. House. That's something you guys have to realize. Victor disappears when Mr. House dies. Or I think like right after you do it and you go into the thing, he'll like attack you sometimes. But usually he just disappears from the game. Like you won't find him anywhere. Is essentially what happened to Rome. I think that's why they came to that conclusion. Yes, exactly. Safer, most traders prefer being in their territory. That's true, Darth Nuka. A lot of NPCs are fans of the Legion. The issue is there's so much cut content due to the game's 18-month start to finish schedule. So, like, the Legion aren't just evil that everyone hates. Exactly. Honestly, really just like how they're depicting the courier never existed in Season 2. It's like the world was left untouched and plagued with war. Exactly. The Legion, like, there should have been... Victor is a big liar. Exactly. The Legion will always be safer because of better currency and more safer roads, but with nobody to lead it, everyone in New Vegas says eventually they will end up eating each other. That's true, but I feel like a legate of some kind will take the mantle, and we've seen people take up the mantle of the new Caesar, so who knows. I agree, Current. I wish they just picked an ending, and yes, I don't know why they didn't... And they could have just picked the most middle-of-the-ground ending, which is Mr. House's ending, where all of these factions can still be around. Not that they won, but that they can still be around feasibly. You don't kill Caesar, unless I'm... No, you don't kill Caesar. In the Mr. House ending, you may kill the Legate. Or am I tripping? Because you don't kill Caesar. And all you do is kick General Lee out, so then they'll come back. That's why I'm thinking that they're going to reveal at the end that Mr. House went all along, but just a lot of crap went down that led to all the destruction we see. It's definitely a big FU from Todd Howard. Unfortunately, it's sad and disrespectful, especially because how Bethesda didn't give Obsidian their bonus for getting an 84. Instead of 85 plus. Victor is a big liar. Victor is never honest when you occasionally run into him throughout the game. He's like, no, I'm not following you. And he's clearly making sure that you're hitting all the beats to get to Vegas. And then who introduces you to House? Who leads you throughout the Lucky 38? Victor. Victor... I don't think Victor is like a sentient AI or anything. I think Victor is just House. Victor is just House's, like, is his pawn. Is what he uses to, like, go around and stuff. Like, it isn't, oh, there's Victor and House. It's that House controls Victor, and Victor is just this front. Just like his double. He is his double, but instead he is his legs... He's his eyes and ears in the wasteland. That's a good way to... Jeez. That's a good way to say it, I think. Come on, man. Ah, yes. A gun that is supposed to be very accurate, not being accurate. What a surprise. Guys, I'm point blank range. Please, you can't even get me. You didn't even damage me. Alright. Caesar would die of his brain tumor in a house setting unless for some reason the courier helped him get surgery. That is true. Oh, I am running over that. But still, there's they could have still done stuff. I don't think... My belief is Caesar never makes it to see the fruits of his ambitions ever come true. And that he always succumbs to his brain injuries, no matter what you do to help him. That's what I believe. Yeah, the fact that they showed Caesar as a pile of bones and that the only thing we see of him is... That is true. But I just... Am I tripping, or doesn't Caesar even die in the Caesar ending, even when you help him? Or is that... Am I... Is bro crippled? Or am I tripping? Because that's something Oxhorn says a lot, but I don't think is true. I crippled one of his legs. Well, your head's crippled. Entire season is full of unnecessary boring filler, way too many side characters that, yep. The story is evolving, but it took us 5 episodes to get there. What the what's back here? Also, like, guys, you could have detailed the inside of these things just a little bit better. Yeah, and even so, I have people who I talk to who aren't familiar with the games, and they go, so like when you go, is it this messed up when you go? And I'm like, no, it's full of life, and they're just killing off everything, and it seems like this is just like did Freeside get the Wastelanders update, and then all of Vegas is just like Fallout 76 when it first dropped? Because that's what it feels like. This is true, Darth Nuka. But the main people watching the show are going to be the fans, and when the show flops, it'll be because the Fallout fans were done an injustice. At least that's my belief. I know more people who know about Fallout and stuff that are watching it than people who don't. Oh, yo, daddy's dead. Oh, yo, daddy's just got me a nice gun. Doesn't make sense how one chain gate, that is a chain gate with a bar on it, is holding back a ton of vicious quarry junction deathclaws on the strip from entering Freeside and ravaging the entire city. Feels like bad writing. It is bad writing. What's up, Nomadic Myth? Caesar's more an ideal than a person like Mad Max. Exactly. What's up, Nomadic Myth? Thank you for joining us today? Hope you're doing well, my friend. No, I don't have high hopes. I think the best thing we're going to get from that is a Dean Domino poster. Caesar survives during the Legion ending unless killed by the courier. I swear that Caesar dies no matter what, even if you do help him. Joshua Graham returning to rule the Legion would be awesome, but even Graham says he'd never do that, unfortunately. It'd be cool to see. Maybe Graham saves... I don't know. I don't think Graham ever comes back. Graham has better stuff to focus on. I don't want them to show him. Also, when they encounter the death claws on the strip and enter free set, it immediately goes from night to daytime. It seems like they have cut out a lot of stuff. Which, hey, Amazon, I don't think this 3-month return time is worth making a show that isn't thought out. So maybe we should take our time in the writer's room. And how about you, maybe to make it as accurate as you can, talk to people who know the games other than just saying, Bethesda, are we good to do this? And they go, oh yeah. Yeah, we're working on Fallout 5, yeah. Sure, go ahead with it. I have a feeling that's what happened. But I'm not trying to talk bad, I'm just, what if it's the ending where you run up and kill all white legs and you don't get to play the DLC? That's a possibility. Also, the death claws are way too, like, dumb. Like, they play them dumb and then Cooper tries to, like, fake him out and then he's not faked out by it. The minute that Deathclaw was there, he should have been up and slashed the ghoul and the ghoul would have gone flying, realistically. If we're saying. So, these Deathclaws are either being controlled by something, or they are, or they're, I don't know, or they're stupid. That is true. Trying to put everything together. Current, I love the show, but it gives me a headache and sense of annoyance after every episode. Now there's some really cool stuff, like episode 5. I was like jumping out of my chair in excitement. One thing I want to make clear is at least we're getting a Fallout show that is very accurate to what they're doing, but they don't need to be going to places that we've been to and overwriting lore when Bethesda says that they don't want to do that, yet they keep doing it. So it's like, make up your mind, guys, because lying to us over and over again is just going to make us not trust you even more. Especially after we see it literally jump through a wall. Yeah. He effortlessly... He doesn't even jump through a wall. He stands up, and he is so strong that his knees are able to push his upper back to literally break away and destroy the wall above him. That is some insane strength. And I feel like one run into that gate and they're gonzo. Why is the gate even there? That's why I'm thinking they're controlled somehow. When Maximus is talking to Quintus, you can tell they added dialogue behind the scenes. When the camera isn't pointed at Maximus, just something, and yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. I don't know why they're editing out so much stuff. And then they probably don't have enough time to do reshoots at all, especially with these big grand things that they only keep open for a little, which I don't know why you have the Fallout New Vegas strip set up in front of where everyone can see it, when you could have easily just built a fake set and had, I don't know, Yeah, the Dean Domino poster is the closest I think we're going to get to a DLC reference. When Maximus is talking to oh yes. Definitely cut out a lot of exposition because this season is all over the place.
feels like it wasn't properly planned out and written by people who have no clue what Vault even is. Yeah, and then they put like the really nerdy girl at the front who's very, she seems so full of herself. Why are you acting like that in interviews, writer girl? I don't know what her name is, but she's always on with the showrunner. Honestly, this show has the same problem Star Wars does. They do not consult fans and are simple lore corrections and would have had 90% of Fallen fans happier, at least. Exactly. Why aren't they running it if they invite all these YouTubers out to their premieres and stuff? And to meet Todd Howard and to all this stuff just so you can get all their people's eyes on it. Couldn't the least you do be consult them, or not even them, maybe like, because there are lore masters in Bethesda who check that type of stuff. At least so has been said, but that's probably not even true. They probably just go, that sounds right, and then put it in. But give them the lore Bible. Let them know the pinpoints. Don't leave them hanging. There's so much they could do, and they're just not. And it just doesn't make sense to me. All right, we're gonna be wrapping up here within 5 minutes, so you guys get your thoughts and such out there before we wrap up. We are going to head into the vault for that. I'm chilling today in the vault. Yeah. And the first episodes were cool and stuff, but it was like stuff that they should have scattered through. It doesn't make any sense. The answer is money. That's the answer. One sec. Oh, wait. Give me one singular second. Send your chats. And I'm not leaving, right? I'm just kidding. I'm not dumb enough to leave it. Lucy gives me Moira Brown vibes, a little bit. I wish the show was just Tales from the Vault, where they show us a management vault overseeing vaults that aren't canon or like actual experiments from Vault 87. That's a possibility. That'd be cool. Or just like something pre-war where they go into like cool pre-war lore and they have
all the constraints and stuff set up for them, so it's very easy to know what they can and can't do. And that's it. The thing is like they've done such a good job with House and not messing with the lore much at all and adding stuff that we've already inferenced. Yeah, we believe that the people who had access to all the Rob codes, that he had access to all that. I've always suspected that he owns the Pip-Boy we're walking around with. We're within range of his tower. He 1,000% can tap into our Pip-Boy, and then we learn that he could tap into all of his technology. Maybe not so much after the war. Maybe it's harder, but still. I know. I bet there's still satellites up there, especially with Archimedes up there. So, boom, I'm even proving myself wrong. And their vault is full of idiots, but vaults are mostly filled with idiots because they're very naive. They just need to add an hour-long episode of the Chicken Man and Fisto together doing it. I'd stand in applause. Me too. The jelly cart scene in season 1 pissed me off. It was so dumb. Is that with Norm and when they like kill them? Or I don't think YouTube likes that word. Murked them. Overseer Mike, the dweller we sent to get the water chip, has died. He died by a rat. We're going to have to send another person. I think we should. I think we should send out Amatic Myth. Holy jump scare! I thought the stream ended. Lol. We should send out him or maybe Dark Nuka. Who knows? Like heck, wouldn't it be good advertising to have Oxford and Raven sign NDAs and have a producer credit on them? Yeah. Also, I've been looking into the Raven's content. He just posts clips of the games. I've never heard him speak or anything unless I'm crazy and I'm looking at the wrong person. But it looks like he just posts clips. I never really knew about him until what's-his-name said something about him. Leave Fallout 4 alone, Bethesda. Oh my goodness. 696 subscribers. Holy smokes. Did Anthony House take over the Lucky 38? It's doing subpar, but that's okay. Even the short is doing a little whack, but people are getting hooked on your channel. 2,000 hours, 500 subscribers. Thank you. YouTube, Lemma, I love this video. The content. Good evening, Brother Michael. Always a pleasure to see. Some of you guys geek me with some of the... And the one shorts that I'll post, or I'll post on like Reels or TikTok, the ones where I'm walking, people are like, oh my gosh, this guy must have a really big green screen. What the heck? Those always get me laughing. Yeah. So many people, or if it was like people that we know, I don't know, they just to look over it, or like points, or to just ask it. There's so many ways that they could do it without spoiling what was going to be going on, to just look over certain parts and say, does this match up? Does this make sense? Because if you would have given me 2 seconds in there, I would have said, oh, those first 3 episodes, what's going on there? Why can't you condense that into one singular episode? And maybe we don't need to see the Legion or the NCR there. That would have been better at this point. It's just not showing anyone. Fisto can get it for real, for real. So far, the show doesn't give me high hopes for Fallout 5. Will be a good Fallout game, especially after Fallout 4. And that cash grab 76. I liked Fallout 4 and 76. They have good stories, good plot. They're just kind of different from what we're used to seeing. But I can sort of see where you're coming from. I don't think we're getting Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon, to be honest. Emility tired. Holy jump scare. Oh crap, let's talk about AI prediction and the daughter is old predictions. Maybe his daughter is the girl who is the Enclave High Commander. That could be a possibility. That'd be a crazy turn of events. And then all this show is him working up. They're gonna finally take out the Enclave because of some reason, and they're about to meet who's behind it all, and it's his daughter, and he has to kill her. That'd be epic. Or she kills him. Epic. I checked every scene of the show. And they only hit the head, neck, and shoulders. Yeah, and I have a feeling that he sees a bit of his daughter's, like, that innocence within Lucy, and that there's goodness within Lucy, just like potentially his daughter, and that could flip. I have a feeling that he will choose something that'd be big is that he would choose him finding his family over, he would choose making sure Lucy is okay and safe over him getting answers for his family, which would be very big character development, especially after how much we've known Bro has liked. Oh, Cooper Heaven, choose between his daughter. Yes. So the body double thing was actually something Anthony used to use, eh? It's not Anthony. Howard Hughes in real life had a body double who was directly inspired off of the man. Also, Get Chungust. And look, this is Howard Hughes. Let's find the photo. This photo. Doesn't that look a whole lot like something we know? This is the man based off of. This is the man that House is based off of. 1950s millionaire. Today he'd be a billionaire. Airplane tech mongrel who also owned vast amount of property on the Las Vegas Strip with his own penthouse. He was very seclusive, eccentric, and did not like going out. He didn't like people taking photos of him, especially in his earlier years, so he got himself a body double. There's a thing here. There's a thing somewhere in here for his body double. He was suspected for using a body double because it seemed he didn't age for a while. Literally is Mr. House. That's who Mr. House is based off of. I don't know why I'm even saying that. I forgot where that came from. Oh, yeah, and so the body double thing is just them copying more of his character. But also, if you knew the world was going to end, would you care about your business, or would you care about using everything your business has access to and such to take over, to save yourself in the place you love most, Vegas? I'd do that. Overseer Mike, my spaghetti budget limits my ability to have spaghetti related functions. Can I have an increase in my budget? Sure, but you can only get like 6 or 7 more pieces of spaghetti, so hopefully you can do that with as you will. You know what would be cool is if you guys make crafts with them and then you cook them and ate them. Just make sure to get all the glue off. Overseer Mike, our spaghetti supply is getting low. We're going to have to make more noodles. Go get Naninshimasuka from Diamond City. Go steal him real quick. I think he can make. Maybe he has a noodle maker in him. Your greensmith must be the size of a small vault. Yes, sir. I think he sees his wife and Lucy. Oh, that is possible, but Lucy, I don't know. It seems that he just kind of hates his wife at this point. I mean, I would too. She's just constantly lying to your face. And is a horrible lady and you have no idea about it. That'd be wild. Right, like the fact that an innocent figure is slowly becoming more evil to him. That is actually kind of cool. And that maybe he wants to stop that from happening and is why he starts to care for her more. I like that take. I know Anthony used a body double. He used to have a rule to prevent people from looking him in the eyes because of it. He thought that people could steal his thought energy by looking in his eyes. He thought he could still talk to his dead father, and then when the voices of his dead father stopped, he thought that Robert took him away. He wouldn't let people go to the bathroom. There could be no more than 3 people in the break, no more than 3 people in the break room at once. There was security armed throughout the whole thing. You had to keep a badge or you'd be gunned down and killed. Ave, true to Mike. Understood, Overseer Mike. We will send over a person to Diamond City. Get it! Also, if you see anything like this out here, don't use it, but bring it back just for me, okay? Please, just for me. I actually made this all myself. This is all... This is all... handcrafted with a 3D printer. But the paint is, I painted it. And I even added texture to this part, see? I would like to put something in it to make it look like it works. The only thing is there's one mess up on the side right there. You guys can see it. I'm ticked about that. Uh-oh, we're a little bit past, so me looks at ex-wife. Sounds accurate. Alrighty, so thank you to all of those who watched today. And speaking of, let's say hi to my top fans of today. So my number 1 top fan of this live was Swiftic. Congratulations, you're number 1. Second was Emily Tired. And third was Darth Nuka. Thank you guys so much for chatting, but that isn't the only people. Thank you to Asus2D, William Cadwell, Sinner, Before AI, Gabe Givens, Current, Nomadic Myth, The Zach Can, Damn Surfer 522, NDO101, Henry B3V5C, Zuck Me Deek, Zuck Me Deek 420, Faith 4760, Damien Galdmez or G Money, Untitled, Swahili, GGWSWP2SU, AssHVH, Earl Grey Bestie, and No STS123. Thank all of you guys for watching, and those who were not put up on my top fans, that's all the people I could see. So those who are just watching and didn't say anything, thank you for coming around. Thank you for all... Who says we had to use Brahmins? Thank you for all the support and such. Thank you for all... Tired knows what I'm talking about. Thank you all for your support and stuff. I will be live in about 7-ish hours. I may be, give or take 10-20 minutes of that. I'll be on and live again at like 10:45 to 11 p.m. Eastern, probably sometime in between those two. Who knows, maybe I'll be early. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I enjoyed today's. I enjoyed our discussion there at the end. Yep. I always do that. I name all my top fans at the end of every episode. Have a good one, Vault Boys and Dwellers. Yes, sir. Hey, Mike, have a good one. Have a good day. I'm going to go see a zombie movie. Oh, heck yeah. Hope you like 28 Days Later, if that's the one that you're seeing. Yeah, so with all that being said, thank you guys so much. Hopefully, by the time we come back later tonight, maybe we'll be at 700 subscribers. Who knows? If you know anyone who likes Fallout content, send them my videos. Or whatnot. It's all up to you, but at the end of the day, I am very appreciative of you guys. I have a lot of fun doing all this content, so thank you for spending your afternoon with me. And with all that being said, once again, you are loved, you are cared for, and you stay safe out there, Wastelanders. Thank you all, and I will see you later tonight. Stay safe out there, Wastelanders.